This training video is on how to read a work order. A work order is a piece of paper that travels with a job throughout the facility. It tells you what parts you need and what you need to do with them. Work orders can come in blue, pink, and green. Green is for test jobs, and you won't see them very often. Most work orders are blue, and we'll start with those. On the top right-hand side, we have the work order number, quantity, so for this job we're making 28 fittings, and the due date. Now onto the top left-hand side, 675 is the number for the Preston, Idaho facility. The item number is the part number. If the number starts with a letter, then it's a custom order. This is a part we don't do very often, so make sure to ask questions. Below the part number is the description. This fitting is a 12-inch H by H or hub by hub coupler out of Schedule 40 pipe. The operations instructions gives the steps needed to make the fitting. The first line where it says transfer is for shipping. Get 12-inch Schedule 40 pipe. Cut pipe 16.5 inches long. These instructions are for the saw operators. Use double beller tooling. This instruction is for the heat former on how to make the hub ends.
Notice this stamp. This is the ISO tracking stamp. This controls lot control. This is done at the saw and is also placed on the pieces of pipe. It is to keep the sections of pipe with the work order.
Middle section is everything needed for this part, including what the standard pack department needs to package it. The first line is the pipe that was used to make the fitting. Then there is the crate, labels, liner, and ties that standard pack will use. The package quantity tells standard pack how many fittings they can put in the box or crate. Now let's look at some other examples of work orders. This part number 292625 is a 12-inch T G by G by SP or gasket by spigot surface. This work order is for a 12 by 8 PVC cross 125 psi H by H by H by H or hub by hub by hub by hub pip. The instructions show that the operator needs to cut 2 branches as well as 2 inserts. This work order is for a 30 by 6Y G by G by G or gasket by gasket by gasket sewer DR35. The middle section shows that 2 different type of gaskets are used, a G-type and a Reber. The instructions at the bottom give more in-depth instruction for the heat form and saw. If you notice out to the side, someone has written CPW. This is for component work order. A saw operator will fill out a component work order if the pipe needs to be cut on 2 different saws. For example, this job has large diameter and small diameter pipe. Here is an example of a filled out component work order. They make sure to write the part number, the work order number, the quantity, and all the other relevant information on it.
This is a pink work order. This one is done when a fitting needs to be reworked for some reason. The work order will be copied onto the back of the NCR form. This is the NCR form. It shows all the steps necessary to rework that fitting. The top section will be filled out by the supervisor or the person authorizing the rework. There are specific codes used that state what type of rework needs to be done. The operators will fill out the lower section, including what is cut and how long it takes to do each step.